Dragon Ball Sparking Zero's full roster was just announced a few days ago. And let me say, I have an issue with it. Before I talk about the biggest issue I have with this reveal trailer and the character roster, I want to say, as someone who didn't get spoiled or leaked on any of the roster, the Broly reveal was amazing. I mean, the zoom in on the last 3 spots, and then all you hear is Kakarot! You wanna die? Yeah! Now, I'm no movie director, but that shit was absolute cinema, okay? And then they continue to reveal all the rest of the other movie characters and like every movie in Z. And here is where we come to the problem. There is 182 characters on this roster, and there is one character that they still do not have, and it's a massive problem, okay? And the character I'm talking about has never been in a single Dragon Ball game before. On top of that, he's a movie character, which fits in perfectly with this trailer, this final reveal trailer, which is called the Super and Movies character trailer, right? He was the main character in this movie, in his own movie. He was the main character, right? Fought a grain villain, and he was the only one able to use this form, or that's able to use this form at this point in time in this movie, right? And after getting help, he beat the villain by himself after, you know, his help got destroyed, right? And at the point in time in this movie, he is the strongest in the world. All of these things, right? And this character has still not been added to the roster and has never been in any game. Now, who do you think I'm talking about?
Who's that Pokemon?
If you're thinking Beast Gohan, you're wrong. It's bojack Unbound Teen Gohan. This is the most slept on character in like the DBZ universe. Everyone just gives him the side eye, or just forgets that he even kind of existed, or just kind of lumps him in with like the same Gohan as Cell Saga Gohan. And they are two completely different characters, okay? We got Dr. Wheelo before we got bojack Unbound Teen Gohan, all right? And he is the best written character in DBZ, right next to Future Trunks and or like the movie Trunks with Tapion, right? I would say they're both the best written characters in the series. Now, before you click off the video because I just said that bojack Unbound Gohan is the best written character in the series, blah, 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 hear me out. I am going to explain why. This version of Gohan is the universe where Goku stays dead and Gohan has to take on the mantle of his father, right? And you might be thinking like, oh no, he didn't, you know, there's still Vegeta. If you remember the movie, Vegeta gave up and stopped training because Goku was dead and he had no more rival. So Gohan, being the strongest, literally before Goku even died, he was already stronger than Goku and Vegeta in the Cell Saga. And in this movie, Gohan continues to train and stops his studying because he knows he has to be the new protector of Earth. And he's a dog! And he was already stronger than his dad and Vegeta before they died. So this is him continuing his training after like probably a year or two. So not only is he the new protector of Earth, but he's doing it in Goku's stead, in his father's place. And he puts on his dad's gi, his dad's fit, which he has never worn before in canon. Like, this is such a crazy way to show respect and like to show how much like he kind of loves his dad and honors his dad, because he still does not even want to fight. It's not in him, but he has to be the protector of Earth now. And on top of that, we cannot forget about, this is probably like one of the greatest transformation moments in Dragon Ball.
You forgot one thing! I'm my father's son!
How can you not say that's peak? Till the day he dies, he's repping his dad. talking about I'm my father's son. He's not even flexing his own strength. You know how hard that is. Moving on from why he's the GOAT, let's talk about his abilities and what they could give him in the game, because a lot of people love the argument of he doesn't need to be in the game because he's the same as Cell Saga Gohan, Teen Gohan, and he doesn't have many original abilities. Well, for starters, there is so many characters in many of the fighting games that Dragon Ball has released that have repetitive or repeatedly used abilities. For example, the actual Teen Gohan. The Cell Saga Teen Gohan has 2 moves in Xenoverse 2 that he doesn't even use in the actual anime. I think one's called like Dragon Flight. I forget what the other one's called. It's been a while. And then there is Gogeta, Super Saiyan Gogeta in Xenoverse 2, who literally has 2 variations. And one of them is him without a halo, and one of them is with a halo, with the exact same moveset. And now some people are gonna say, oh, well, it's just variations, it's just presets, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, see, the problem is with Sparking Zero, what would be presets in Xenoverse 2 are counted as their own characters. But now back to my main point though, he's not the same character as Cell Saga Gohan. And let's talk about his moveset, right? So bojack Unbound Teen Gohan is a very strike super heavy character, kind of like a Super Saiyan 3 Goku, right? This is like in Xenoverse terms. So if you don't play Xenoverse 2, he doesn't use a lot of ki blasts, and he really is just all punching and kicking, right? So one move he could have different from all the rest is he has this move where he rushes at bojack and just punches him straight in the gut. Now I know, I feel like hearing that and seeing that, you're like, oh, that's just a basic punch. That's not good enough to be its own move. Yes, it is. Have you seen Super God Fist? Gohan is just the original Super God Fist, right? Instead of punching him in the face like Blue Goku does, it's a straight gut punch with a stun, right? I feel like that would be a great move. I'm not gonna lie. Next, he has a move that's almost like Hit's time skip backbreaker from Xenoverse 2, where he just stands there and hits them with a back fist. Like, this could be some type of counter move. It could be like exactly like Hits, where if they try to hit you within a certain amount of time, when you press this ability, you hit him with like a back fist and you just stand there looking cool as fuck. And now I could go over all the other moves he used in base form in the tournament at the beginning of the movie, or in the other type of kicks he used right before he murdered bojack. But I want to get into the best move that he could have, that they could give him, that is the most original, which would be a real 2-handed Kamehameha. I know Gohan is very iconic for having one-handed Kamehamehas against his own will. In the Cell Saga, I feel like people kind of like don't think about this, or just don't give it enough attention, that Gohan in the Cell Saga killed Cell with a one-handed Kamehameha, and I don't think that's talked about enough. Also, future Gohan, lost his arm, had a one-handed Kamehameha. This Gohan has a 2-handed Kamehameha. He is dead-ass Kenpachi from Bleach, okay? That thing's getting doubled in power from using 2 hands. Like, they could make that the biggest Kamehameha in the series. And I think if you watch Dragon Ball and have been around Dragon Ball for a long time, you know exactly what I mean when I say that 2 hands instead of 1 makes a big difference in his ability, right? So that could be a crazy move, which is something he also used on bojack, along with another move that bojack used in the movie trailer that he copied from Gohan. Right after Gohan uses his Kamehameha against bojack in the movie, he kind of teleports behind him in the next frame, and bojack disintegrates, which is the move that bojack uses in the Sparking Zero trailer that he got announced in, right? On some Dragon Ball Z abridged shit. That's Gohan's move.
That's Yamcha's move.
With that being said though, I think I've gotten across everything I wanted to say, and I don't want to edit any longer. So, yeah, I'm really sad and it's really unfortunate that bojack Unbound's version of Gohan isn't in the game and probably won't be. Realistically, I'm hoping there's at least a costume with him with a Goku's turtle hermit gi on. It'd be amazing if he got his own character. That's probably not gonna happen. I know that. But a man can dream. If you liked the video, like the video.